everyone, welcome back. I am faculty Amarachi from CapacityBay.org and I will be your instructor for today's topic. In our previous class, we talked about HTML iframes, and in this section we'll be talking about HTML images, how to add images to a web page. Without further much ado, let's dive right in. And as usual, we're going to open up our VS Code, and this is actually what we are going to learn about today, how to add images to our web page. So to add images to our web page, we actually start with our image img inline element. So like I said, we always start with our img inline element. The img element is a self-containing or empty element, which means that it doesn't wrap any other content and it exists as a single tag. For the img element to work, a source attribute, src attribute and value must be included to specify the source of the image. The src attribute value is a URL typically relative to the server where a website is actually hosted. And in conjunction with the src attribute, we also have the auth, which is the alternative text attribute, which describes the contents of an image and which should actually be applied. The auth attribute value is picked up by search engines and assistive technologies to help convey the purpose of an image. The auth text will be displayed in place of the image if for some reason the image is not available. So let's practice that in a moment. So we have the dog.jpg here, and here I can just say a black dog. So what the auth does is that in the place whereby take for an example, I decide to put E here, which automatically makes this not to be available. This is what the auth does. It will instead pick up this and display it for the viewers. So if you as a user actually says this, it shows you that what should have been in this broken place here is a black dog. So I'm just going to remove that again, and we have our dog back. So I want us also to note this, that images comes in a variety of different file formats, and each browser may support or not support these different formats. By and large, the most commonly supported formats online are the GIF, the JPG, and the PNG images. Of these, the most supported formats today are JPG and PNG. The JPG format provides quality images with high color counts while maintaining a decent file size, ideal for faster load times. The PNG format is great for images with transparencies or low color counts. We most commonly see JPG images used for photographs and PNG images used for icons or background patterns. So the next thing we'll be talking about is how to size our images. It is very important to identify the size of an image in order to tell the browser how large the image should be before the page even loads. Thus, the browser can reserve space for the image and render the page faster. There are a few different ways to size images so that they work well on the page. One option is to use the width and the height attributes directly on our img tag within our HTML. Additionally, images may be sized using the width and height properties in CSS. But for the course of this study, we'll only be looking at HTML and not CSS. So to add width now to this image, what we have to do is just to specify width. Let's say 300, and then aside the width also we can specify the height. Let's call the height 200. So let's see how that shows. So this is it. Automatically it resizes our image. The next we'll be talking about is the figure tag. This is normally used alongside our image tag. Figure is a semantic tag often used when you want to display an image with a caption. So for us to do this now, just put figure, and then within the figure we'll put our image back. Now beneath this image we will put something known as fig caption. Now we can say a very nice dog. The fig caption tag helps to wrap the caption text itself. You can see the caption has already shown here, trying to describe our image. So the next thing we'll be talking about is responsive images using source set. The source set attribute allows you to set responsive images that the browser can use depending on the pixel density or window width according to your preferences. That is, it defines multiple sizes of the same image, allowing the browser to select the appropriate image source. This will help our browser to download the resource it needs to render a page without downloading a bigger image if it is on a mobile. Let's quickly practicalize that. So this is actually how our source set is actually set. You can see we first of all put our image, then we also put what is known as sizes. Sizes defines a set of media conditions, that is the screen width, and indicates what size will be best to choose when certain media conditions are true. These are the hints that we talked about earlier. In this case, before each comma we write a media condition, that is our max width 500 pixel. This describes a possible state that the screen can be in. In this case, we are saying when the viewport width is 500 pixel or less, that the width of the slot the image will fill the media conditions is true. So with these attributes in place, the browser will look at its device width, whether it's a laptop or a phone, work out which media conditions and the sizes list is the first one to be true. It will now look at the slot size given to that media query, and it will now load the referenced image in the source set list that has the same size as the slot, or if there isn't any, it will actually automatically load the first image. Now let's refresh this. You see, this is what we are talking about. We have about 4 images here. The system automatically checked for the one that met with the media conditions. Being a laptop, it chooses the one that is compatible with its screen and meets its media condition. The next we'll be talking about is the picture tag. HTML also gives us the picture tag, which does a very similar job to source set, and the differences are very subtle. You can use the picture when instead of just serving a smaller version of a file, you completely want to change it or serve a different image format. The best use case I found is when serving or using a WebP image, which is a format not widely supported. In the picture tag, you specify a list of images and they will be used in order. So the browser that supports WebP will use the WebP format, and if it doesn't, it will automatically fall back to the JPG or the image tag that you input. So let me quickly show what I'm trying to say. So this is exactly what I was trying to explain. Now I'm using a WebP image format here. Now because the system could not actually find it, and in a place where also it is not compatible with it, what it did was it fell back to our image here, to our image source that I already put here. And because it couldn't find this among my files, it fall back automatically to the alternative value. So this is it. We have an image. And in the source tag inside our picture, you can actually add media attributes to set media queries. So I'm just going to delete this, and then we actually set the example. So like I said earlier, the picture tag in HTML is used to give flexibility to the web developers to specify image sources. So now the browser will actually try to pick the one that is more compatible with it and fly with it. And if you didn't find any, especially with the media conditions and the media queries that was put in, it will fall back to what we have here. So I want us to also note that the picture tag is actually recent, but is now supported by all the major browsers except Opera Mini and also the IE. So this is where we draw the curtain for today, and if you have any questions, drop that in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell notification icon to get notified whenever we drop a new video. We are just starting. See you in the next section.